Hi and welcome to the channel. In this video I show you my reorganisation of the workshop, getting ready for the Fisher build. So join me in the video. Hi and welcome to the channel. In these videos I show my build of a Fisher Youngster biplane kit, and it's not meant to be instructional, but it's meant for you to have a bit of entertainment seeing how I go about building this aircraft, and hopefully get a few hints and tips that might help you out to build your own aircraft. Let's face it, if I can do it, you can do it. The workshop is in a bit of a state. I've got a whole chunk of wood down here which is going to be made into two 8-foot long benches, which will be joined together with a short section between to allow me to be able to do both the upper wings. So I need to have it longer than the upper wingspan, because those wings are the longest because they're just about join in the middle. So hence the long length, and there'll be a bit of a reorganisation to allow that to happen. Okay, so I turned all that pile of wood that was on the floor into this workbench. This is my home workshop. It's effectively a 1.5 car long garage, and about a 1.25 car garage width, made up as two sections, as I said I would, with a centre section. So this total length is just under 19 feet, so in theory should allow me to assemble both top wings together at the same time. Down here underneath there's a series of shelves, one section here which will allow me to put one wing in, one here which will allow me to put the lower wings in, and a storage section underneath which allows me to put all the materials in. The bench has been levelled crosswise with a digital gauge, make sure it's flat and length to length, and to do that each of the legs has got a I don't know if you can see that, but that's going to give it focus. It's got its own sort of coach bolt and nut system to allow me to do the adjustment, so it's dead flat all the way along. Top section is 3/4 MDF, and each of the shelves is just 1/4 inch MDF. We've got a series of beams going across, 2x2 beams going across here and at each end to stop it from sagging, and those have been shimmed accordingly to allow for to make it flat where it needs to have that correction. And I can periodically check to see whether this has sunk or sagged during the build as necessary, and adjust it should I need to by just taking the screws out here, putting in extra shimming, or at the sides depending on what's happening with the with any flex. This is a dehumidified workshop, so it shouldn't be a problem. As for the rest of the reorganisation, well, the far side of the workshop there has pretty much remained unchanged as the top end. It's pretty much as it is. Most of the changes happened down this side. Moved my lathe up, modified the table which I used for doing the tailplane structure, and made that a top to go on top of my table saw, so it allows me to move the table saw in and out if I need to. This will be used for laminating some bits and pieces up as I need to, and when I need to, and the main bench here will be used for the actual sort of fabrication of large components. I have got storage space above, which is great for storing other components or smaller parts and things like that. And I've added strip lights in the centre here above the bench, so I've got good light without shadow for when I'm doing the work in the evenings. Oh, that really is the basic workshop layout. At the moment I've got the jigs underneath here, which will be used for wing ribs. Once they're done, I'll move those back to the storage where they've been before. And it's going to be a tight squeeze, but my aim and objective is to be able to come out here and work on the aircraft in my spare time straight after work, and not have to go elsewhere to do the construction time, which loses time. So I should be able to do quite a bit of work in relatively short sections, you know, half an hour here, an hour there. All those little bits add up to allow for a faster build. When it comes to actually putting wings onto fuselages and things like that, I might be a little bit more weather dependent. Do that out in the garden possibly, or I'll have to take it to other workshop facilities, so I've got the space to set it up. I've got those options available to me. But I really want to try and show that you can build an aircraft in a relatively small space. Okay, so the workbench is done. You're asking a question, when am I actually going to start building the Fisher Youngster, and what's the state of play with that? Well, you've already seen, if you've gone onto my Fisher Youngster playlist, you've seen me build the tailplane, elevators, rudder and fin, and a few other small bits and pieces, and a load of jigs ready to go. So as soon as the kit arrives, I'll hopefully get cracking and starting doing the build. So where is it at the moment? Halfway across the pond probably, between Canada and the UK, and provided the shipping and the lorry transportation, which seems to be a bit of a bother at the moment in the UK, and customs all play along, it should be with me in the next 2 to 3 weeks. That would be great. I can then crack on and start showing you more videos and bits as I start working on the aircraft. My initial plans are to start on the wings, building spars and ribs, and I'm going to change the format slightly, so it'll be this week type, what I've covered during the week, and focus on any particular areas which need to have some focus on, or I consider it would be of benefit to you, the viewer, to have particular focus on, and an overview of what's gone on during that week, because some of it will be fairly repetitive, so it might be boring to look at building a rib, so I won't show all of those. I'll just show snippets of bits which might be different between one rib and another. So hopefully you'll join me for the rest of the build. Thank you for watching. Bye now. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up. You can subscribe or even hit the little bell notification for future videos. Any comments would be appreciated, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. Remember, go fly and feel the sky.